So we're about to go over something that we have never once talked about here on this channel. And this is something that actually the closer, that's his name, in the trading community has been asking about for the last day or so. I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I finally figured out how. And I think this is something that all of you guys would also like to see. So shout out to Closer, Big Blue, CNC, Nico, all of you guys over there. Much love as always. Now, if you guys want to be a part of that group as well, link down below in the description of this video. But nonetheless, let's dive into that. There's a couple other things that I do want to talk about as well. So jam-packed video. Hopefully keep this one short, sweet, straight to the point. It is kind of late. I know you guys are doing what you are doing out there. So first, I want to talk about this one thing first, and that is inflation. Now, inflation is going to be the next big catalyst of this week, as long as we don't hear from the courts. Now, I want to say this right now so I don't forget. Inflation's probably going to come in better than expectations based on the move that we've seen in the markets today. Your interest rate sensitive stocks, your companies that benefit when rates are low or when rates go down, your small and mid cap names did phenomenal today. Your Russell 2000 outperformed by a long shot the NASDAQ, but more specifically your big tech names, and Apple down 1.5%, Microsoft down 2%. This is a very strong sign that inflation's going to come in probably better than expectations. Now, the year-over-year expectations for headline inflation is 3.1%. Last month's reading was 4%, so you're already expecting a big decline. If that number goes under 3, well, stocks are going to rip, especially your small and mid-cap stocks, and that could lead to a really good opportunity right now if you guys wanted to trade that or anything of that nature. We'll definitely be trading it in the trading community, and tomorrow's going to be the last day to play that since CPI is reported on Wednesday. So I really wanted to kind of put my 2 cents out there as far as inflation and what I noticed in the markets today and connecting the dots. Now, let's talk about a couple things in regards to AMC. First things first, what I've never showed here on the channel, like literally not once. I honestly didn't even think about it until the closer was talking about it. And it is the short score history. I've never seen anyone pull this up. I didn't even know this was an option. You have to go to advanced settings in Ortex to actually pull this up. And they do track the short score. So, what do you guys think it is? What do you guys think the short score was before the January 2021 rally and the June 2021 rally? I'll give you guys a second to post your thoughts down below. Ready for this? Before the January rally, the short score was, drum roll please. Hold on. Okay, I gotta take that off. The short score was 84. Yeah. The short score before the June rally was 77. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at a 95. A 95. You are at the highest short score level that you have been at ever. Ever. For AMC. Now let me ask you why. Why is this? What's the one factor that's making AMC more prone to a short squeeze now than you have seen in years, forever essentially? Well, it's the days to cover. Days to cover 18 months ago was 2.5. Days to cover today is approaching 10. Anything over 10 just is extreme. Anything over 20 days is like super extreme. So days to cover is one of the biggest factors of a potential short squeeze, because this is basically showing you we've seen a lot of shares be sold short, over 100 million, 120 million for a long time now, and the volume has been low. So what that means is with low volume, a couple things can happen if you start to get a rally in AMC. Either we don't get a volume increase, but there's a reason AMC rallies, but we just don't quite get the same degree of volume that these shorts need to cover. That drives up the stock exponentially until that volume ultimately does come back in. Or we just get a straight up volume spike and a more aggressive rally. So the days to cover usually can mean the higher it is, the longer a short squeeze can actually take place. When the days to cover is 2.5 like we seen 18 months ago, that means it took 2.5 days to cover on all of the short positions. Today it's going to take around 10 days to cover. Mix that in with short interest currently being at some of the highest levels that we have seen as well, even during this June period. If we take a look at, should we pull up the exchange reported short interest? Or we'll go ahead and pull this one up. So this is the Ortex estimated short interest, and you can see that obviously it was really high when AMC was falling originally with the bankruptcy concerns. Short interest of free float estimated at about 68, 69%. It fell, but even during the June rally, and this is the one that I think a lot of people focus on, the June rally, the estimated short interest of free float, and even the live short interest, the actual exchange reported short interest, was only ever at the highest point around 23%. You are currently at those levels. And the last reported official short interest was higher than what we've seen in June. So for any data point you can look at, it's more bullish today than it has been at, period. Now, the key is, this is the most important thing. Everyone is so negative on AMC, they don't realize what is currently happening. What's currently happening is, sure, you have a bearish catalyst, potential dilution. But what caused AMC to rally in January and June? What was it? Let's think back in the noggins here. What caused AMC to rally in January and in June of 2021? It was raising capital at the expense of dilution. That's what caused these rallies. That's it. That's what's caused every rally ever with AMC, ever since 2020 and the bankruptcy concerns. Every time AMC has raised capital, the stock has rallied, sometimes more than others, right? Depending on the level of dilution or how bad really AMC needed the capital. It's rallied every single time. This time, you're looking at potentially a lot more capital being raised. But it's interesting how it's going to work, though. Keep this in mind. The way that it's going to work is we're going to get this reverse split. So we've already authorized AMC to issue up to 533, I believe it's 533 million. It might be a little bit off that, shares. So they have that choice to do that. So when AMC does the reverse split, they're going to reduce the share count by around 5x or 10x. So all of a sudden, they're only going to have, 50 million shares outstanding? So they can go ahead and raise a lot of capital. Now, at the same time you do a reverse split, the share price of AMC is going to go a lot higher. So maybe AMC does not need to dilute shareholders $10 billion right away. Let me kind of break this down for you. So if you get from today's price, we'll just do this very simple math, $4.26 times that by 10 for the reverse split, AMC stock would be around $42.60. And the float would be reduced by 10x. Well, now if AMC wanted to raise, even just to double the float, just double the float on us, they would raise just to double the float once, just once, and issue 50 million shares, which would be a lot, but if they were to do that, they would raise $2.13 billion. We have seen the float diluted already 10, 20 times over again. AMC's at least 10 times over again. 20 times, probably not. But around 10 times. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? Even if they were to dilute the outstanding float by 25%, go ahead and issue 25 million shares. That's going to put you at about $1.6 billion. You don't think that's going to be bullish? Come on. I really don't want you guys to be blinded by the FUD out there in financial media around AMC. A lot of people are not talking about this event with AMC, but the ones that are saying this is a super negative, besides B. Riley Securities and Eric Wold. That's the only one that's kind of speaking positively about this whole situation, or constructively, I should say. Guys, this is coming. Get fucking ready. Like, if there was any other video ever that you guys have paid attention to, hopefully it's this one. I'm not saying this to cater to your feelings. None of that. Right now, when AMC is down here, makes a lot of sense on a risk to reward basis. Now, the final step, everything is in place. You have extreme negativity from hedge funds and institutions, which typically happens before a short squeeze. You have highest short interest. Really, it's been this way since the start of 2023, the highest short interest that we've seen in a very long time. You got, a lot of market maker shorts as well, and that's hard to quantify, but we've done it before. There's millions and millions of shares that are currently sold short, especially for that July 21st expiration. Now, you also have a major bullish catalyst coming. Don't be confused, guys. This ruling from the judge is not going to be bearish. I've seen so many people say, we're never going to squeeze, and this is never going to happen. This court situation is going to forever ruin AMC, and it's over with. Dude, that is the farthest thing from the truth. And if you know anything about short squeezes or AMC, or how AMC has reacted to raising capital in the past, then you would be pretty damn excited right now. I don't know. Let me know down below in the comment section if you are excited or if you are not. So, this article came out as well today from Eddie Pan of The Investor Place. It says AMC ape stock investors on watch for judge decision. Now, he basically goes on to say kind of the same things that we have heard over and over again, that the same thing we already know, that Morgan Zern also disclosed, says right here, that she would not provide advance notice before the decision is announced. So one of these days you're going to wake up and she is going to make a decision on AMC. Now, what's interesting about this is you might not get a bullish reaction right away. I would expect that we do, but it's not like I expect the judge to make this decision and AMC stock to be up 100% a day. That's not what I'm expecting. I think it's going to be small at first, and then the markets are going to realize this is a huge positive for AMC, and we are way too negative on this name, given the great fundamental news that we just got. Not to mention that this is totally unquantifiable. Like, totally, you cannot prove this. But a lot of people haven't thought about AMC in a long time. Unless you are watching these videos, unless you are like a hardcore ape, a lot of people out there have long since forgot about AMC. Well, when AMC does a reverse split and the share price does go higher, that could drive a lot more attention to AMC. Kind of like roles reversed, right? When you might see a product, maybe it's McDonald's or whatever else that cuts prices by a lot for whatever it is. I guess maybe McDonald's ain't the right example there, because they don't cut prices for shit. But other products that get their price cuts, Tesla would be a good example. It tends to get people talking. It tends to get people more attention to that particular product than just seeing a price cut. Well, same thing this time around, but in the market's terms, just a different share price, right? Just AMC going from $4 to $40. That could have a, unquantifiable role to play in potentially bringing more volume into AMC stock. So I think that is important to kind of keep in mind as well. All of these things are super important to keep in mind. And I just don't understand the argument that a lot of people have that this is a bearish thing, that this is going to be a bad outcome. I'm not in that camp. I can't think of one reason why this would be bearish besides dilution. But dilution, weigh this on a risk to reward proposition. Dilution or billions? Dilution or billions? Which one is going to cause shorts to cover, or which one is going to cause shorts to go from extremely negative to bullish? It's the billions, right? Money talks. If they raise, even 25%, dilute 25% of the float. That's nothing compared to what we've seen, a 500,000% dilution in the last 2 years. 25%, that's it. That's it. And you're going to raise over $1 billion. Dude, make that math make sense. Why would that not be bullish to squeeze shorts out of short positions? If you could solve that equation for me, I would love to hear it. Let me know down below in the comment section. Nonetheless, hit the like button and subscribe to the video, to the channel on your way out of this video. If you guys want to come trade with me live in real time, like I said, link down below in the description of this video as well. Check out the links in the description to get yourself some free stock with Webull Public. If you have not done so already, get yourself some free stock. It's free $99 if you have not signed up for them. Public's pretty cool. It lets you choose your stock that you want for free. Sometimes you get like 40 or 50 bucks too. That's personally happened to me a couple times with some of the family members that I've actually had join there. So it can be pretty cool. Check it out if you have not done so already. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.